What's up, everybody? I got a request to do a video of just a handful of stuff that hatched this year, so I'm gonna do just that. There's still a lot that hasn't hatched out yet and a lot that hasn't shed and had food in them, so I'm not gonna show those, but I will show a handful of the hatchlings that are already well started. This girl here is a fire piebald. As you can see, the fire gene really kicks things up a notch as far as color goes. It's not brown, it's more of like a light orange. And they get really good with age too. That's the cool thing about fire in pieds. As they get older, you start to really see the scalation changing color, and they go through like a really cool color change. Not like the normal pieds that get dark brown as they age. So I'm gonna go through these fairly quickly so I can show a handful of snakes in a not too dragged out video since I don't do editing. I'm gonna put this girl back and grab another one. This one here is a Leopard Yellowbellied Pod. It's got some really weird paradoxing on the side. It's not like your classic Yellowbellied Pod saddle there. Or Leopard Yellowbellied Pod at that. It almost looks like normal patterning that you would see on something that's not a visual pod. But it's pretty obvious this one has yellow belly in it. The leopard I know is for sure in here because the dad is a super leopard yellow belly pied, so no matter what, it has to be a leopard. And if you look, you can see the pixelation on the sides and the jagged saddles showing the yellow belly. And look, this one even has saddle going onto the belly there. It's pretty cool. You don't really see that too often. Try to get it to focus. Usually it's the belly's solid white, but this saddle's like going under there. It's pretty odd. I'll show another Leopard Yellowbellied Pod because they vary a lot. Here's a male Leopard Yellowbellied Pod. A little bit of a different look. Might get bit in this video, you guys might get a little laugh. All these hatchlings are pretty timid. You gotta hold them the right way so they don't get you. This one has pretty clean looking saddles. The cool thing about these is when you get them into like a super form like the Leopard Ivory Pied or a Leopard Highway Pied, you're gonna see how much the leopard adds in as far as pattern goes. Speaking of that, I'll show you real quickly what leopard would do to a puma, which is a yellow belly spark. Let me slide this one out. First I'm going to show you the mother. This is a puma. She was a possible het pie but did not prove out this year. It was her first year laying. She laid 5 eggs. and I bred this one's dad to it, which is a Super Leopard Yellowbellied Pod. So I'm gonna get out an animal that's gonna show what leopard can do, just adding it into this. She's going into shed, I think, so she's not as bright as she usually is, but look at that. That is a Leopard Puma, and it's a het pod, because the dad is a visual pod. Isn't that crazy how much pattern and color? Look at all the purples in there. Just adding leopard. Changes the entire head. Instead of a head stamp, you have like a circular pattern, little dots, whereas the regular Pumas usually have a stamp. Obviously, when this girl was a hatchling, she wasn't as white as this. She was more of like a yellowish, but it's obvious that when this one's an adult, it's gonna have amazing pattern compared to this. And she's a het pied too, so whenever she's on eggs, can't wait to see those babies. Basically this in pied form, if you get the right male. You could also add other genes in there. Maybe make leopard highway pieds or leopard gravel spark pieds. There's a huge list of stuff you could do with this girl. I like the head a lot and the eye color. Almost blue eyes with a red pupil. This thing's crazy looking. She still is a 50% pos het pied. Hopefully she'll prove out next year. If not, it'll be pretty certain she's not a het pied, just a Puma. But so I missed on the pieds, obviously. I was really going for this in pied form, but can't get mad with this. This is crazy looking. At least I know this one's a het. Might take a little longer, obviously, to get offspring, but if I keep her when I get offspring, it'll be worth the wait. Alright, I'm gonna keep going through these. Stayed on this one a little bit longer, but as you can see, there's a reason why. You don't see these every day. I'm gonna put her away. I wasn't gonna show this one because she just shed out yesterday and I wanted her to get some food in her before I got her on camera, but couldn't help it. That's why she's not really filled out yet. So this is an urban camo. And I'm very pleased with this little girl. Looks amazing, like all the urban camos. Definitely one of the craziest ball python morphs out there. I'm gonna compare her to a yearling. I'm gonna grab the girl. It's the same morph, but a year old. Look at that. She's going into shed, so she's a little bit dull, but still looks phenomenal. This girl's so shy. She's been in a ball since she hatched out. Look at the white bellies that they have and the ringers. I love the black splotching that the sandblast adds in there. Try to open this girl up, get a better look at her. Just hanging on for dear life to herself. Not really much to say about these. Can't really put it in words how crazy they are. So I'll just let you guys look at them. When this thing starts eating and fills out, she's gonna look incredible. All the white is gonna come in a lot more, and as you can see, they darken up a little bit, which you wouldn't think is good, but it is, because the contrast against that black. When this thing sheds out, I wish you guys could see her. I have another video of her if you want to look, where she's shed out. Took it right after she shed, I believe, but I think it looks really good contrasted next to the black and the white. Get a closer look at this girl without getting bit. She's always going at me. Hopefully she doesn't bite me. Boom. Unreal. Urban Camos, yearling versus hatchling. Cannot go wrong with these gorgeous gems. Where do you go from here? We'll see. Got some ideas in mind of genes I'm gonna add into the mixture. Alright, I'm gonna put these ones back. Keep going. So I bred a super leopard Yellowbellied Pod male to a pastel pod. Here's one of the offspring. So it's a pastel leopard pod and has a chance at having yellow belly in there. I'm not sure if it does or not. It looks crazy though, thinking it does, but I'm not sure. It's hard to see yellow belly with pastel for some reason when you add certain genes in the mix like leopard, because you know, on Yellowbellies you look for the pixelation, which I do see pixelation here, but there's no like dead giveaway that there's yellow belly in this. I would think that there would be more flecking on these stripes on the side, but if it is just a pastel leopard pied, she's amazing. Very low white version. A lot of the pastel leopard pieds you see are super high white, but this line of leopard that I'm working with, I think because the dad's a super leopard, all his babies are very low white or mid white, which in the pied combos you want, because you're adding all those extra genes in there. You want to see them, or else what's the point? Alright, I'm gonna put her back and grab something else. Here's your classic Yellowbelly pied. Really high expression one too. A lot of the Yellowbelly pieds you see, you question is Yellowbelly in there or not, but this one's super obvious. See this flecking on the side here? That's what I was talking about in the pastel version. I thought you would see that if the Yellowbelly was in there and it was more stripy than pixelated. So I don't know about that one, but it definitely is a pastel leopard pied, obviously. But this Yellowbelly pied girl is phenomenal looking. All the dark black on that orange really makes a cool contrasted looking pied, and obviously with that white in there, gotta have the white, guys. That's why I try to get everything in pied form, because white against every color looks so good. Hopefully we'll have the panda pied soon, classic black and white. I didn't really go for any of those pairings this year, but maybe I'll go for some next season. Alright, I'm gonna put her back and grab another one. Okay, so I just showed you guys a Yellowbelly pied, and here's a fire Yellowbelly pied. So it's the same thing, but with the fire gene added into the mix. And look how much more orange the fire makes the Yellowbelly. This thing's crazy looking. I love this combo. This is turned into an all pied video, so the next one I grab won't be a pied. Nothing wrong with pieds, but I told you guys I was going to show you a bunch of different combos, and so far I think I've only showed pieds, if I'm not mistaken, give or take those Pumas. I'm going to put this guy back, grab something that's not pied. So this is a GHI orange belly. And what orange belly is basically, it's the single gene form is like yellow belly. It's allelic to yellow belly. It basically is yellow belly, but it's a cleaner look, the single gene form, a little bit. And the super form is graphite ivory, which is, it looks like an ivory with graphite scales all down the body, mostly on the top, like a dorsal stripe of graphite flecking. So this is a GHI orange belly. So in the future I'll make the GHI super orange belly, which is a GHI graphite ivory, and hopefully the GHI brings even more pattern into the graphite ivory. If you guys haven't seen graphite ivories, I don't have any to show you right now, but go on Google and look it up. They're crazy looking compared to just a regular ivory. But as far as when you add the orange belly into the GHI, you get more of the blacks are more black, the oranges are more orange. It's just a cleaner looking animal, almost adds flames on the side. Like a flame color and look to that pattern, those alien heads. If you guys aren't familiar, in ball python terms, we usually call these alien heads because on normal ball pythons, it actually looks like an alien head. But these, it really shrinks them and takes the eyes away. Let me show you what I mean when I say alien heads. Like here's a normal, right here. See how there's eyes? Sometimes they have a mouth. They look like little ET heads. But on this one, takes the eyes out of there, shrinks it up, makes it look like a flame basically. And the cool thing is, on the belly, it's got that classic yellow belly look to it. The checkering and yellow coloration. It's like a light yellow, but it's definitely visible. I don't know if it's coming in on the camera. Really like this combo. I think there's a lot that hasn't been done with the orange belly stuff, so I'm glad to be working with it. Can't wait to see where I take it in the future. Put this little guy back. This little guy just shed out this morning. So he's fresh out of his first shed ever. This is a Coral Glow Leopard, 100% het pied. The Coral Glow and the Leopard go together so good. It really makes a brighter animal than the single gene Coral Glow. Cleans up and has much deeper purples. Let me grab a normal one to compare it to. It's actually a sibling I have to show you guys, so it hasn't shed out yet, but probably will soon, probably tonight. So, not the best comparison because one is out of shed and one is in shed, but as you can see, normal Coral Glow over here, Coral Glow Leopard, deeper purples, less white on the sides of the purples. no white really at all on the leopard version. Nicer head stamp, very broad, like orange head stamp, compared to just a little dot. I love the leopard gene, getting it into almost everything is crazy looking. Let me focus here. I'm gonna put these little guys back. So you guys saw the Yellowbellied Pod. This is when you add Pastel in the mix. It's a Pastel Yellowbellied Pod. Really, really love the look of this girl because of that, not only the bright orange, but that dorsal stripe starts behind her head and just keeps going down the whole animal. Really loving how clean a lot of the yellow belly stuff is this year. A lot of times you can't see the yellow belly in there, but all of these are very high expressions. I'm gonna end this video, guys. It's getting pretty long. I don't like when they get over 30 minutes. And we're almost at 30 minutes, so hopefully you guys stuck around this whole time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see anything we have in stock, just look in the description. I will have the information there to contact me. Alright guys, I'll make more videos soon because there's a lot hatching out right now. Stay posted. See you later.